Want to shop Walmart Black Friday deals first? Walmart Plus members get early access to our hottest deals. Join now and get 50% off a 1-year annual membership. Shop Black Friday deals first with Walmart Plus. See terms at walmartplus.com.
This episode is brought to you by Skinny Pop Popcorn. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Oh, so light and crunchy. Skinny Pop Original Popcorn is the snack you've been searching for. Made with just 3 simple ingredients: popcorn kernels, sunflower oil, and salt. Snacking never felt or tasted so good. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Give yourself permission to snack and pick up Skinny Pop Original Popcorn today.
Let's roll and rock.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cash coming to you live from the living room once again for episode 43 of the Make It Make Sense podcast. I got Red in the building.
What's up?
And G's making his return. G's, you want to tell the people how you been? Where you been, real quick?
You know, going through a lot of family shit, but other than that, you know, we here.
Everything is straight.
I'm happy to see y'all. I miss y'all. Miss being on the podcast. You know?
The fact we do it every 2 weeks, you miss one episode, that's already damn near a month. You miss 2, it's even longer. So once again, thank you for joining us. You can find the show on Spotify, Apple, Good Pods. Make sure you like, leave a comment, share it, leave a review. It helps with the algorithm, like we always tell you guys. And listen on Good Pods as well, because we always be on the top 100 on the Indian pop culture on there. So appreciate whoever's listening on there. Yeah, we appreciate y'all. That's a good platform, so I want to promote it more. Off of all of that stuff, we had a couple topics we wanted to get into. The first one I wanted to get into, I was going to say touch on, but I'm not going to use that talking about Diddy. I'm going to say I want to talk about was Diddy getting sued by Lil Rod for more SA allegations. Again, he's alleging that he was forced to engage in sex acts with sex workers. He was groped and drugged by Diddy and a bunch of other entertainers in the music business. So before we dissect it, I want to know where you guys stand on this. And if you even believe it, because there's a lot of evidence that proven he's capping.
Dollars, you just said something I didn't know, that other entertainers.
The information about him lying. So one of the big things that came out was there was a photo of gay sex, and it was supposed to be Stevie J.
Yeah,
and,
but it ended up
go ahead.
It ended up being a porn star. I think his name was D'Angelo Knockout.
A gay porn star came out and said that was him in the photo. No, with a random white guy.
But they were claiming that it was Stevie J. But
yeah, because in the indictment, he alleged Stevie J was in on some stuff. Meek Mill, who we gonna get to next.
Well, these are alleged because it was redacted.
I don't know. I think that 50 always with 50 P Diddy. 50 is in the industry. 50 wrote songs for him. So it might be a little validity of what he's saying because he might have been around some of it, but I just hope not.
The evidence is the evidence. Just like with women, it's like if you lying and it's just a cash grab, I do think it's nastier when men go for this cash grab route. I think it's nastier when men do it.
But Dollars, I think it's because the sexual performance or the act of it, like,
it's just the fact, like,
you're not in jail.
It's just a man. Like, don't be a hoe. Like, as a man, if you struggling, you got to go out there and get it. This whole shit, trying to say these allegations. And what make it worse is all the other people that he roped into it. That's what, for me, made it be a little more unbelievable. If he would have just said Diddy, I'm like, okay, that's believable. But when you start, like, all of these other famous people is in your story, all of these gay sex acts, all these famous people, and it never leaked all of these years later. I know when it rains, it pours, and everybody on Diddy's head right now, but I feel like that would be a hard secret to keep for that long.
I have one question. How long ago did this happen? He said it happened.
How long ago?
One of the incidents in particular happened around Thanksgiving last year, 2023, with Young Miami's alleged cousin or assistant. She followed him in the bathroom.
And some of the names is redacted. Like, it says a Philly rapper who's dating Nicki Minaj. So it's like, use your imagination. You see how quick you came to that? Yeah, exactly. Is it really redacted?
Another redacted name was one that had residency
in Vegas and performed at the Super Bowl.
Another.
Jeez, what's your guess on that?
Another one that dated an alleged assault on a Bayesian billionaire.
Is this? Oh my God. Is this guy?
So Diddy he's actually fighting this one. So I will give him that. Obviously, this seems like it's a crash grab more and more with the evidence that's coming out. So it looks like Diddy might be vindicated. But these things are going to keep coming. Y'all, we only in February. He's already probably the number one candidate. Actually. Oh, March. I'm sorry. It's the second now. Early candidate for having the worst year of 2024. We're only 2 months in.
Dollars, I think Cassie made people want to speak up, whether it's a false narrative or a real narrative. He did that. He took care of the lawsuit real fast.
Yeah, because this is embarrassing. Figuring it might not go out red. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying the evidence is telling because this former security guard came forward and said some of the statements was, he spiked alcohol bottles for guests and that they were drugging them.
Yeah, told them not to drink it.
Talking about Diddy.
There was specified bottles supposedly, but he's not just going after Diddy. He's going after Universal. He's going after all those other labels that, tied to Diddy. Because supposedly they were aiding and abetting in, alleged affairs that were going on.
Before we move on, I just want to ask, does anyone have any questions why there was a gay porn actor at a Diddy party? Everyone in this room, I think, has thrown a few parties in our day, right? Have any of you had any gay porn actors at your party that you're aware of?
I don't know if they was
performing gay sex acts.
Hold on. I don't know if they was gay, but you just never know, right? You just never know what they like, what they into, or what they like.
Nah, I'm pretty sure the people that I invite to my parties, I know what they was into in my crib anyway. At least at the very least, I know what's gonna happen in my house, and I know there will be no gay sex acts in any room in my crib.
I don't know. See, Diddy, you know what makes me worry about Diddy is the 50 Cent.
50 really
have me thinking like, Diddy might. And then I seen that one video that 50 reposted of the Justin Bieber.
Yeah, how he looked nervous around Diddy, right?
We gonna have fun tonight, and I'm just like. At that time, Justin Bieber was like 14 years old. Like
he was kind of putting the press on him. He looked nervous. I seen someone put like the signs of somebody that's been traumatized and their reactions and how Justin, like he didn't want to make eye contact. Like how he was stuttering.
He was just trying to get on. I get it.
There was also an interview with Usher, I think, with Howard Stern, and they asked him about the Flavor Camp. Now that you're a father, would you send your kids there? He said no.
Oh, wow. I didn't
see.
How about his face?
I'm going to be honest. I'm not victim shaming, but I do believe that maybe there is some truth to what he's saying, but it just looks it looks a little funny. That it's not just the sexual assaults and the drugging. He was also in the lawsuit. They said something about mail wire fraud.
Yeah, he said he was
it's a whole RICO
operating
case,
a racketeering enterprise.
As the people on the internet saying a FRICO case.
I don't know, man.
But it's just hard to see because he also put out a GoFundMe to try and fight Diddy in court to get his records back because he was a ghostwriter. He claimed he's owed money. It was a work
for hire, they said.
So it's like it's hard to see between the lines, whether somebody is really doing something out of spite or is really happening. Victim shaming is the worst, but it's just a stretch for me because it's so much. It's just a stretch.
And that's why I believe 50, because 50 was there too.
And I could have made a very insensitive joke when I said stretch, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to
Don't cancel us, y'all.
I believe 50. I believe 50 with
I kind of believe 50 too.
With the party when Meek Mill was rapping and Diddy was in the back, he was about to grab him.
You see that? Right. Yo, bring something up that I never really realized when I listen to the music. P. Diddy always talk about take that, take that. I don't know what he's talking about, take that.
You sure you don't know? It's pretty apparent now.
Where that even come
exactly.
from? I think it's pretty apparent.
All right, it is what it is.
One of the things I wanted to talk about was one of the people, like I told you about the allegations, was Meek Mills when they said the Philly rapper. Academics spoke about it. And Meek Mill woke up and saw his name in the headlines for some gay action.
An accident, right?
Yeah,
he had an accident.
He proceeded to go on a tweet barrage. So Red is going to read the tweets that Meek Mill went on to say.
Okay, so I think it started off with Axe saying, Meek don't talk no ninja from Philly. That's why I can't respect him. He bunny hop for the white man, act like he above ninjas who from his own city, but got killer energy for a blogger. Ninja, we stopped believing in you. And Meek said, in my city, we don't do no talk. You want the streets ninjas to die for. I can't wait till that liquor hit your organs. Then goes to say, Ninja, when you talk about asking for my address online, you talking about death games. You must think you invincible. Don't talk about pulling up to street ninjas' homes because you ain't on that with them, so don't be on that with me.
Was that the end of it? I'm also wanted you to read the tweet he made about how much he loved pussy and stuff like that.
Academics said, well noted. My address on Google, you still tweeting.
That's harsh words.
I'll die to shut you down, Meek said. outside the podcast every day. As soon as I get back, I'm going to show you who I am. That's what Meek said.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because in it, alleged, he said, I'm from Philly. I don't do no coke or no molly. Nobody won't even offer me coke because I'm that heavy. No man or what would ever approach me about gay activity. And the whole place don't get flipped. Woke up seeing this on every blog. After he went on that barrage, at some point, he says, and somebody send me the actual lawsuit. These blogs marking y'all stupid day for day. So homie didn't even read it to see what even was said about him. He saw Academics' comments and went on Red. And Academics said, why you coming at me? Why you not going on at the dude that made the lawsuit? I'm just commenting on it. Why you even bringing me up? Because and that led to Act going street and saying he's tired of this shit.
That's easily.
Go ahead.
The guy who made the lawsuit is not as popular as Academics. Academics got a platform where he almost solved murders sometimes. No.
You think that's why you're not rolling with Academics?
I'm not rolling with Act. Act got to be a little more careful with some of the things he say or what he do. I get it. Like, anything for views. You know, content over everything.
Act is bulked up with securities. He could talk that talk.
So for me is that Act was reporting on it like everybody else. Yeah. The energy that Meek had for him, I didn't see it. Like, I know he got his personal problems with Act, but for this, I didn't see it. And I'm on Act's side with this when he's telling him, pull up. Meek has been talking that shit for the longest amount of time. At this point, I'm tired of hearing anyone say they're going to put hands on Academics. Don't say it. Just do it.
Yo, dollars.
And Academics is not even pussying out. He's telling niggas, pull up.
Dollars. Come by yourself. If you beat me up, you beat me up.
Yeah, he's saying whatever, but he tired of this shit after 8 years. It's like, I'm tired of hearing niggas say how pussy he is. If he's that pussy, somebody prove it.
You know who did pull up to his house?
If you're really going to do it, don't talk about it.
You know who pulled up to his house?
Rory. Yeah.
Who?
Rory, and left a note in his mailbox when he was
from Joe Budden podcast.
That was it. They're all talking that they're gonna fight him. They're gonna put hands on him.
His mailbox.
But nobody is doing none of that. So it's like in that aspect, I'm on Academic side because they've been talking that for the longest time.
The only reason why I'm not on his side when he talk about that because that shit could get crazy. It could get ugly, dollars. And I understand Academic's job. Like, that's his job.
He went
like
crazy.
He's not the only one who's talking about it. But his platform is so big that he has to respond to it. Meek Mill's always felt like Ack is a hater towards him.
Well,
so
yeah,
they go back and forth.
Beef. After Meek said what he said, Academics did violate and start to go crazy. Of course. But that's expected. After somebody already done spoke shit, now it's up. Like, it's up and it's stuck, as the kids say. So that's going to be expected.
It is what it is.
That's one of them situations where I'm going to tell you how the internet don't miss. Because if Meek would have never tweeted and went on his Twitter fingers like Drake said.
Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. Yeah.
This shit would have went away. But you know what happened, G's? After he did that, people started pulling receipts. They went and digged into his old tweets. They found a video of Meek doing some weird dance with an old billionaire where it looks like the billionaire grabs his meat. Then they found a video of him in the pool talking with Diddy, and Diddy's calling him daddy. And Meeks is sitting there talking where he's calling him daddy. Then they pull up his bunny rabbit hopping video. Just video after video of Meek looking suspect. You know what I'm saying?
They got a picture of him and Diddy in matching shirts.
See?
Yeah. With the little guy.
See, geez, like I'm talking about receipt after receipt. Comments, clips, videos.
Did break it down on his stream that back in the 80s, that's how men show other men endearment, by calling them daddy. It's a form of respect. So he...
As a man ever called
Don't call me daddy. I was typing in the live stream was like, I ain't never called another dude daddy ever.
So I'm gonna say I'm an 80s baby, but maybe I was too young.
You have dollars, I have Ronnie G.
I've never heard that one, but I will say,
listen,
I will say maybe I'm not aware of that. It's a possibility, but I've never heard that.
Nowadays,
well, he was telling his
because that would be old thing. He said like from the 80s.
Man, daddy, they're gonna be like pause instantly,
bro. Almost everything I say now before I speak the words, I gotta run it through the pause filter. Like, wait, how does that sound? It's ridiculous at this point. I feel like I can't say anything.
Cam and Mace made it even worse with their little show. Like, sometimes I say things, I'll be like, was that a pause? Yeah, that was a pause. Like, oh god.
Yo, literally every time I was listening to an episode, I was like, touch on this topic. I was like, yo, is that a pause? Because I said touch on it. I'm like, what's going on? I got to question crazy. Everything. Yeah, so you should have just stayed away from the tweet. Yeah. You should have just let this shit die down.
Like Diddy did with the Cassidy thing.
Just
how fast was that?
Yeah, because he paid money.
And we stopped talking about Diddy. And then the other allegations came up, and then it changed.
I don't have nothing else to say. We'll see what happens.
So moving off of what Meek had to say, last thing we're going to get out of this Diddy interview was Floyd recently did an interview where they asked him about his relationship with NBA YoungBoy, being that he's dating his daughter. And during the explaining that, instead of answering the question, y'all know Floyd not too intelligent, he decided to comment on his daughter and Puff Daddy situation, and basically said that he don't want to comment on Diddy. He don't like to kick another man when he's down. And if it was his daughter, basically she made those choices, so she's on her own. So how we feel about Floyd? So
he just sounds unintelligent. And it shows. How could you say that about your daughter? Like, oh, if that's her choice. So you mean to tell me if your daughter comes to you and she tells you there's an issue with the dude she's dating and for some reason she can't leave. I don't know any man walking this earth that has a relationship with their daughter and their daughter comes to them and tells them they have an issue with the man and they not ready to go press this man. So...
apparently they exist, because I saw a few off of that. I ain't one of them, but there was a few.
The ones who have a good relationship with their daughter. I don't know his relationship with his daughter, but from what it sounds like, it must not be a good one. It's just weird to me how a man could say that.
Can I say something
about
that situation? It's weird because the era we live in now is totally different from the era we grew up in, right? Mm-hmm. You got Floyd Mayweather saying that about like, oh, if she make a choice, that's a decision. You got Fab going at his stepdaughter, which he raised, going at his daughter. You got T.I. going at the King. Like, I think I don't know if I could say celebrities, but some of these people, because they have money, but they just like, all right, if that's what you want to do, that's what you do. Growing up, we ain't turning our backs on our daughters, no matter what. Like when Floyd said that, oh, it ain't none of my business, that's my daughter, she made the decision. Nigga, it don't matter what decision she make, nigga, you got to be there 24/7.
Yeah, so my thing is like, yeah, parents and kids beef. Like, I can't speak for nobody else, but I done had issues with my parents. Lots of people do. And the internet does make it public for public figures, but this is a little different. Because Floyd is, like you said, Boosie and his daughter, ungrateful shit. I gave you a car, took it back because you wasn't doing what I said. This is different. The Diddy allegations was pretty serious. We're not talking about a dude cheating on your daughter or being disrespectful, not being kind. We talking rape allegations, trafficking allegations, all kind of wild. Yeah, like that is, nah. I don't care. Boy, cry wolf, whatever, how many times. My daughter could tell me 14 times this man is doing this, and she go back 14 times. I'm still pulling up for the 15th time. You understand me?
Yo, dollars.
16 times.
And that's what I was saying. I think like,
so to me, I can't understand. That's not even an error thing.
Because
like
that's a few of them. Right?
I feel like that's the only person I saw say that stupid shit was Floyd, and I didn't see a lot of people agreeing with him. The one I did see give the other side of the coin was Ish from the Joe Budden podcast, who said if you save somebody and they keep going back to that same situation, eventually you're gonna wash your hands. But Ish said cousin. I don't know if Ish don't have daughters, but if you do, he probably don't. Because if you, there's no way you could have one and would compare. Not that, Alexa. You wouldn't compare your daughter to your cousin because the energies is totally different. Yeah. When we had that conversation about family members dating friends, notice none of us mentioned our kids, because if it was our kids, that shit would be a lot different. Exactly.
That's totally different.
So Floyd is bugging with that one.
See, the thing about Floyd, because I listened to the interview, Floyd was really trying to be correct. Yeah, he was like, oh, I'm not saying he did it or he didn't, but I just want to be a black man. I just want to mind my business.
Which I understand. He would have been better off leaving it at that. He should have left it at that, because he said, I'm going to stay out of it, but then proceeded to comment on it by saying, like, listen, if that's my daughter, she made those choices. And to me, that's crazy. That's your child. I would never be able to say that. Maybe if it's a cousin or a friend, you could say, I told this person X amount of times. And if the charges were less serious, if it was something petty, spiteful, something regular, but these are some heinous.
Yo, Dollar, I think Floyd was trying to cover his butt because he know his daughter messed with these rappers, and that's how the rappers are. Like that, he was saying that he didn't even want to mention. I think it's whose daughter got NBA YoungBoy.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo Concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting. Go to your happy place for a happy price with Priceline's Black Friday sale. Save now and travel later with our best deals of the year.
Go to your happy price, Priceline. The holiday season officially starts when you get that first card in the mail. Shutterfly makes it easy to add more meaning to the everyday with hundreds of holiday card designs that can be personalized in seconds with your favorite photos from this year. Select your greeting, customize the color, and even add little extras like personalized foil to make a holiday card that really shines. Enjoy 40% off with code SMILE40 at Shutterfly.com and send something meaningful this year. See site for more details.
And be a young boy.
Yeah, he didn't even want to say his name. He's like, my daughter was doing something familiar to that, and I told her, like, I just didn't respect it, bro. That's your daughter, no matter what. I don't give a right, wrong, and indifferent. You can stick up for her, and then you can tell her where she's wrong at and behind closed doors.
I held this back for a while. Jeez, when you said Floyd was trying to protect his butt, did you mean like Little Rod should have?
I think so.
That deserves a Kawhi laugh.
Hey. Yo.
Thank you.
I seen Floyd hanging out with Diddy, too. Criminal link, right?
That's
probably what it was. Yo, I'm not saying what he would do, I was Floyd. You was in them parties, man. You a billionaire. You was in the party.
Yeah, same company type shit. You had something to say, Ren?
I'm one of them parents where I don't care what the relationship is with my kid, I'm pulling up.
Absolutely.
I'm with you. Good job to get us.
Can I ask a question?
When I was younger and I was trying to figure out life, big man told me, he's like, son, wherever you want to go, if you want to move here, you want to move there, just know one thing, we're going to come get you. We never going to leave you stranded. So when I hear Floyd talk about things like that, I was just like, Floyd, like, as much money as you got, nigga, you can get niggas off.
Where's her mother?
That's a good question.
Yeah, the Floyd and his daughter, but I don't
that's
hear
who raised
nothing
her
about the mother.
because Floyd was boxing doing his thing, but I really don't know.
I guess because he was a provider.
And that's usually how that goes.
Everybody else is people.
Maybe next time we discuss him, we should look into that. Maybe we could give some answers.
Yeah, probably.
I'm going to do some investigation.
Right, that was a really good
question, right? So none of us agree with Floyd, but if anybody does, I definitely out to hear your side to condone it. I don't think anyone who actually has a daughter, the only way I can see someone saying it is if they don't have a kid, because I don't always think you have to do something to know how it is, but certain feelings like that feeling of love is different. You have to have it. A lot of men especially don't know that feeling until their daughter is born. Sometimes.
A lot of them change because they have daughters too.
And not also, if you're on the other side, definitely let us know where you stand on that.
Fact.
So moving off of everything Diddy related, we finally offer him. I wanted to call myself, I can't even say touch on. The viral video of the shorty who was getting down behind the curtain at the Omelay, is that how you say it? That's how you say it, Nigerian. A video of a woman dancing on stage with Nigerian singer Omelay at his recent show in London.
Yeah, please don't make that sound viral no more. Pause.
The woman who was a fan, she got invited on stage and they had a little sexy behind the curtain dance. I wanted to know what y'all think about that video. Jeez, would you let your girl do that?
Yeah, I let her go home.
Get her stuff?
Yeah.
Oh.
I ain't gonna kill her, but she dead in my eyes. What is that red light? Let me tell you something. I would have told her to hey, just stay back there. Hopefully you get some bread and live a better life than what I can give you, because we done now.
Look what 7 years get you.
Yeah,
Red comment,
done.
would you be comfortable getting up on stage in front of
No, I would not.
Thousands?
I would not. And I would not disrespect my man by getting on stage and doing the stuff that she was doing.
So if you're listening to this, I'm pretty sure y'all seen it by now. It wasn't a good look. You wouldn't want your shorty doing the moves on a dude in the club, let alone behind a curtain in front of everybody.
I don't even like attention like that.
I know we're supposed to say everybody's opinion don't matter and you shouldn't care and all that. But all right, now let's get that bullshit out the way and let's be real. Let's be realistic.
It's totally about respect.
As a human being, you're going to feel a way to be embarrassed in front of a stadium full of effing people.
And they got your reaction, too.
To have somebody you with go on stage and embarrass you like that. Because in the club, at the end of the day, you could just have that conversation. At the club, you could go up to shorty, pull it off. Some dudes might say, yo, I'm going to let her know she violated after. It might not even make you as not the whole world. That many people seeing it, that many people filming your reaction. That is how many more stages to just get you more upset, more upset, more upset.
So many people that we seen it here in the States. Yo, Dollars, I ain't gonna lie to you. When you showed me the video, I said, oh no. He in the crowd looking at the screen as a simp.
Sad.
Damn, I can't believe she did this. Yeah, you had a hoe from the get-go, bro.
And I agree with you.
Congratulations.
We usually say, facts. We normally say women have the worst friends. In this instance, that's not the case. Because what did her friend say after?
Yeah, her friend said it looked bad. You was grabbing the dude's meat, and it looked bad. The dude was walking away too.
Yeah, he was several steps ahead. How many men? Not even. This is not a man thing. This is a couple thing. How many couples had them fights where y'all out together and one is walking several paces ahead of the other one, right?
Yeah.
We done had them fights, right? Everybody has them fights.
Yo, we all did.
We all been there, you know. So that's what made it extra worse for him. So Shorty was wilding.
I listen, like.
She did go and she apologized, a half-ass apology.
But let me ask you guys a question. Me personally, I think that shows she's for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
Do you think they were together for 7 years allegedly? Do you think this is the first time she showed him those signs? Because I don't.
No, not in that way. In different ways.
Not in 7 years. If you would have said 7 months, I could abide. You could hide that. But in 7 years, if you're for the streets, there's no way you don't show no signs. If you are capable of doing that, she's amazing and she should be some type of government spy.
She probably did things and he forgave her. So,
but those are still signs. So again,
no, he got all the signs.
Yeah,
he should have definitely dubbed that. He's probably looking at the screen like, I hope she ain't doing what I think she's doing. It probably really didn't surprise him. Like, oh, that's her favorite artist, so I'm not surprised. Because you know, it's a lot of sipping women like that. Like when Usher be performing and people be seeing us. Come on, bro.
Leave me out.
I'm about to say, I'm thinking she's just a groupie.
No, she's
I don't want to say because I might fuck around and find out he got like 10 million followers, but I never heard of Omelay, like in the Nigerian
we gotta go to Africa.
singer. Yeah,
we gotta go to Africa.
I doubt he got that many fans. Is that what it is?
Oh, we gotta go to Africa.
Red, are you with man or woman and whatever the case doing those type of?
No, I'm not. I would not, and I would not approve of a female artist trying to push up on my man either. I actually saw a video it was a while back that this girl was at. I don't know if it was a concert or it was a fashion show, but the girl tried to walk up to the dude, and the homegirl put her foot up like this. Don't you dare. And the girl spun around and went about her business. So
that's right. Stay your distance.
So we're not doing this topic, but I had thought about it. But just briefly, the guy from Hot Wings, what's his name, Red? Sean what?
I have no idea. Hot Wings guy.
You ever seen that show on YouTube? Where they see how many hot wings they could eat.
I watch
hot
a lot
ones.
of them shows.
Hot ones. All right. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Long story short, it's a guy in the show. He does a show called Hot Ones. Sean Evans. There you go. Good looking clutch. So he was dating a porn star, right? But they were good. He took her to the Super Bowl. After that, everyone found out he broke up with her through text. That goes to say, this is just my point of like, yeah, we could say it don't matter what people see, but it's like when you're doing shit in private, if that relationship didn't go public, he would have been happy with his porn star. He wouldn't care how many penises she took.
Absolutely.
But once the whole world is making fun of you or how many penises your girl took, it hits different. And
it's your pride.
Yeah, exactly.
It hits your pride.
And it's easier said than done to just be like, well, ignore them, whatever. Nah, like that shit real.
You know, forgiveness and apologies sometimes is for yourself.
So you might have more information than us, Red, because you saw a podcast on it. Do you think they're gonna make it back from this? Think they're gonna be good, or this is it for them?
I think they broke up.
Breaking news. Dun, 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 dun. Breaking news. It's over.
Breaking news.
It does make sense, yeah.
I believe that they're over.
Well, okay. That answers that question.
He's not a bad-looking guy, so I'm pretty sure there's other women out there that would be willing to snatch him up. So.
And feel sorry for him. Like, I can't believe she did that to you.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's
after 7 years, though. That's a shitty way to go. But you know what? It's better he catch her grinding on the dude behind the curtain than come home and catch her grinding on the dude in the bedroom, right? So maybe they did him a favor.
He might be in jail. So he might be in jail somewhere.
Yeah, right?
Yep. Facts.
And according to one of my favorite movies, what was that?
That's like the evil monkey from Family
No, not
Guy.
the evil pointing monkey, but yes, that's a reason. Shawshank Redemption. Then Andy killed his wife because he snapped, but they still sent his ass to prison. Yeah, Andy Dufresne went to prison. So we didn't want to see old boy end up in prison for dating this skio. You know what I mean? So shout out to him for getting out while it gets good.
It's funny because I also saw something on YouTube that she requested to be paid to go on Kai Cenat's stream too.
Oh, she want to get that chicken to get streamed?
Back.
Yeah, right? Before her 15 minutes of fame will soon be over, so get it while you can.
The streets to the bank.
Yeah, right? Yeah. She belongs to the streets. That will go right after this. So moving off of Omelay and his concert and all of that, we wanted to talk about the Cam viral video. So G's brought it to my attention. I did see it, but we wasn't going to not touch this topic, but we wanted to go in on it. So Cam was at a 7-on-7 football camp and a fight broke out and he was in the middle of, and despite what it looked like, I know people might have thought he was fighting children. He was fighting grown men, but when you're 6'5" and 260, that's how it looks. and that's why it didn't end too well for them.
No,
but
teenagers. I don't think it was grown men.
no, they were
No,
people.
there was
They were
some
grown
kids,
men.
but there was grown
They were
men
grown
there.
men. They were involved. Their sponsors. He said their coaches in the league because Cam came out, and I want to say I give Cam props because he said he could have did better. He could have diffused the situation because most of the videos I saw before I saw his response was trashing the organizers and the men that attacked him, which I agreed because that type of shit is why people don't come back to the hood. That's exactly why people don't come back. And I was for people, imagine, geez, we played football. Anyone did sports as a kid. Imagine somebody came new and coming to your camp. You would lose your mind. Nowadays, these kids, Red, you probably didn't see it before we did this topic. There's a viral video from months ago of teenagers telling Cam he's trash. Cam, you trash. You're not even in the league. You're not in the league. Could you imagine telling him who won MVP, who played in the effing Super Bowl, that he's trash?
I seen that.
Kids these days.
I mean, it's good that he apologized and he took accountability for his part in how things played out. Didn't they say that something about that's his normal behavior?
So the back talking, because apparently a lot of shit's been talked. Anyone who plays sports, you competitive, you know them words could fly. But he said apparently that it went too far. Whatever that means, we have an idea. I have an idea of what it went too far means, but we don't actually know. But he was talking trash, and they were talking trash as well.
Well, somebody got to be, whether it's kids and adult or adult and adult, somebody really needs to be adult in the situation and stop. If something is, notice that something is going too far and just stop. Just walk away.
Yeah, and Cam said he knows these dudes.
This is my opinion on the situation, right? Mm-hmm. Because for me, when I seen the video, I was hurt, right? And this, I was hurt only because I played football or I played sports when I was growing up. The crazy thing about the whole Cam Newton thing is, like, this is his camp. He put that together for the hood. He comes back to the hood and show love. He don't even have to be there. He could just sponsor it, right? He could just sponsor it and just be like, yo, this is Cam Newton camp. But he came back. The thing that bothers me the most is, like, it's always us, right? If he was in a white neighborhood, them white kids wouldn't, that would have never happened. And I hate to make it a race thing, but at this in that case, it was a race thing. If he had that camp in an all-white neighborhood, first of all, nobody's fighting. When it come to us, they feel like they got to disrespect him. They got to talk to him. He don't even have to be there. Why when the athlete, they do something and come back to the hood, it's like the kids don't respect him. That's the era now. But like before, when we were just talking dollars, if Cam Newton would have came, or like, I'm not gonna say Cam Newton, and I hate to even say
big,
this, like,
that's a big quarterback. So that we're talking 90s.
If we was playing basketball,
that's like Michael Vick coming through, AI or something.
If we was playing basketball and Patrick Beverly came to the, we still would be like,
that's a fact.
Wow,
you're right.
And Patrick Beverly's not no all-star, but we just been like, Patrick Beverly's here in that basketball camp. Like, let's show off. These guys want to fight him? Come on, bro.
And I agree with you on the race thing. I hate for it to be a race thing, but we got to call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
I'm quick to make fun of every other race, and in this situation, it is us. And that's why it's unfortunate, but people say it's like, yeah, get your money and help the hood, but you got to get out the hood.
Yeah.
And you can't really come back. And it sucks. This is why. And when people try to come back and this type of ish happens, that just reinforces why people can't come back, why you got to get your money and get out. You can't even stay here.
So can I ask you a question? I want to ask you a question, right? About that situation. Do you feel like the parents take half of the blame of that?
Absolutely. Because you raise your kids like that. And I could say unequivocally, my kids is not acting like that.
Absolutely.
I raise them better. So I could say that. I know you send your kids out and how they act in public might be different than when they with you. But there's a baseline of respect that I know my kids have that I instill in them, that they not talking to no.
Because you seen all the people there, right? Like, but that even happened is just crazy to me. Like, soon as they was getting like a little, like, going back and forth with the words, somebody should be like, "Hey, stop."
But real quick, before you say how you feel, how the parents' responsibility in it, I bet you if we look into a lot of those boys' homes, what kind of homes you think they in? I bet you they in single.
They probably argue with their moms.
No pops. I bet there's a lot of them single parent households that they're growing up in. But go ahead, Red.
No, I didn't have anything else to say.
No, if you think the parents bear any responsibility for
that's what I was asking.
I mean,
teen
they
behavior.
should, but to an extent, because you could raise your kids a certain way, but once they step out the house, you know.
Absolutely. I'm not giving them 100% of the blame pie, but I'm just saying you do get some.
Of course.
Absolutely.
No, you do bear some of the responsibility for how your child acts when they're in the home and when they're outside the home.
Because To me, respect comes from in the home first, right? When you say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. It comes from. Nah, I'm not. I ain't gonna lie to you. My parents was never want something like yes, sir.
I know that's more of a South thing,
yeah, but they definitely say yes, no,
thank you,
up,
please,
thank you,
hello.
please. Yeah, like
the basics.
That shit was when I seen that video, it hurt my heart.
Also come from a good home, but also learn bad stuff on the streets too.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes kids
could be possible.
And it's also you come from a bad home and learn good.
And not only that, but sometimes some of these kids they get into bad stuff they're not supposed to be in, and then like these kids come from impoverished neighborhoods and they always got something to prove. So them seeing somebody like Cam who haven't been in the league for so long, oh, that nigga's whack.
The crazy thing, when they made those comments, it's good. I can believe that. You good. When they made them comments, he was literally out the league for like a year.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? But the point is,
what have y'all done with y'all lives?
Yeah.
That was so
and
great.
He's there to help them. Like, yo.
Imagine telling someone who made it to the league.
I watched one of the sport podcasts and they were just saying like, yo, he's trying to, maybe Cam was pushing them too much, but that's all in good faith to make them be great.
So, like I said, not saying it's the full of it, but a lot of the beef, like I said, they said it was trash talking. Yeah. It was basically a back and forth that's been going on, and the shit basically hit a head. Like, yo, when I'm only gonna take but so much shit talk.
Yo, Dollars,
but they didn't realize. Interview. I seen 6'5", 240, 250. You know, like
6'6",
y'all bugging.
Like
yeah, they're like 6'6".
Better gang up on
yo,
gang.
I seen that interview.
3 is not a gang. You need more than that.
That it was an interview, but I seen that scene where it was this young boy like, "Oh, you ain't nothing, Cam. You can't play." And I'm looking like, damn, bro, he didn't even have to be here.
The disrespect.
Like you're literally at this 7-7 camp because he sponsored it and he had it going on. Like none of these kids wouldn't even be there. They just be practicing in the dirt yard somewhere. But
it's unfortunate. You hate to see it. I
hope
he come back and continues to do it. But if he didn't, I wouldn't blame him. This is one situation where I wouldn't be mad at him if he said, "I'm over this ish. I ain't doing this no more."
I totally agree with you. As bad as it sounds, some people you can't help. That is what it is.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. This is why people don't come back to the hood anymore.
Yep, I agree.
They talk so much junk, but like, what have they done with their lives? Like, he made it in the league and he did stuff, and he's coming back to do stuff for your community. So how you gonna sit there and trash talk on somebody and you ain't done shit with your life either?
Nothing at all.
I know. Before we move to the next topic, I just wanted to say the funny part is it legit looked at like, you ever seen them videos where it's like a 15-year-old playing with his 2 little brothers on
he got his hands out, they can't touch him.
Yeah, that's how it literally looks. You know how they just like cramming on them on the small hoop, or like pummeling them or something. That's how it looked. It looked like he was fighting children.
And, Dollars, and on that, it's funny you said that. We have to give Cam Newton credit for not really like throwing 2 hooks in the uppercut. He was just really just holding one back.
It would have got ugly. Got ugly. You had something to say, Billy, dude?
Yeah, you ever watch those movies where it's like drugs and gangs and you have all these people handing out money to kids and stuff like that? You think that happens in real life?
Yeah.
Okay, so for somebody like Cam to give back to their community, these people are so quick to say, this is, what are we gonna do with this? You know what I'm saying? But these are the same people who would really take $100 from a drug dealer's hand, just as a free handout. Like it's kind of crazy.
I mean, money is money. I take it too, but I guess that's a whole nother discussion.
And you'll take a turkey in a book bag. I know.
I don't know about that. I'm not taking no street turkey. I'm cool. I'm not taking no turkey, and I'm cool on the book.
Well, but he just did turkey at
cash money. I'll take that.
I'll take that.
I'm cool on the rest of that shit. So moving on, Cam, a topic I wasn't sure we was gonna do, but whatever, we could discuss it real quick. I saw a video that was semi-viral saying that drinking and partying should only be for women, that dudes are not supposed to do that, and if a dude does do that, he's a simp. I think that's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my mind.
I agree.
Like, men are not supposed to go out, men are not supposed to party. I don't know how going out makes you a simp, but if I'm missing something, that if y'all agree with that statement at all, if you want to say how you feel,
it was a simple.
If you agree or if you disagree,
it was a simp.
That guy's said that?
Yeah,
nobody important. It was an online discussion I seen on TikTok. Someone posted it, and I seen
that sounds like somebody who
6K responses.
That sounds like somebody who doesn't enjoy life, and they don't really do much, and they're not a sociable person, so they're coming down on people who like to be sociable and they like to be out in a group and just have fun and just share drinks.
I ain't gonna front. That dude sound like undercover hate for a popular nigga.
No, he can't.
And I wasn't even one of those. I don't like going out like that, but still, that's hate. For me to say a nigga who go out.
Like, damn, you can't even enjoy yourself with your people and just go out for a drink or something.
Nah, I think I know what he was doing.
What?
He was trying to get every girl back to his crib. Like, yo, and don't go out to drink. We just stay in the house and drink. Just come over and have a drink.
That guy sounds like
that's it.
Yeah, you gotta watch that guy. That guy's sneaky, man.
You know what guy he's gonna be? He's gonna be the guy at 2:00 in the morning texting shorty who went out to the club. Yeah. Where you at? I'm waiting for you. Yep. Meanwhile, she's in the car with the at the club, leaving with that. You calling him a simp, but you the simp.
You the simp.
Getting ready to have a good time with Angela while he's going home with your bitch. Yeah.
He's trying to use reverse psychology.
I hate on the people who want to go out and have a good time and enjoy their life, even if it means them just drinking. And that's what people do.
I could understand if you say going out is a waste of money, because it can be. I see it. Even though I don't shame people, but to say a nigga's a simp for going out and spending money on drinks and having a good time. First of all, going out don't mean you simping. You don't go out and always mean you just buying drinks for women.
That's a fact.
That might not even happen at all. So I don't even know where one does with two and what makes it okay for women and not for men. If it's only women going out, then who's going to be out?
I think whoever came up with that, like, they don't know the definition of simp, because that's not a simp.
That's a good point.
I think he went out a lot of times, brought a lot of drinks with females, and never got lucky.
Somebody's butt.
He's what you call a sponsor.
Like Little Rod?
He was sponsoring a lot of girls at the club, trying to buy them drink. Yo, how you doing? You want a drink? Yeah, I get you a drink. And then he realized like nobody was coming home with him. Right? Yo, that shit is crazy.
I agree with Red and Lumpy Space Princess. Yeah, he's lame. Like I said, nobody important said that. I was just curious if anybody really agree with it, because I thought it was hella stupid. I know there's double standards for everything, and some double standards I accept, but I will not accept that one. Yeah. And I don't even go out like that anymore. So I'm not even. This is not even a personal thing for me. I'm just saying that sounds stupid as hell.
Yeah, if we gonna go out, we gonna go out.
It's like, so I guess
men
can't have fun, right?
Yeah.
Get your ass back to work.
How many times they be like, oh, let's go out for a beer or something? That's not a simp.
That's really
regular
common.
Stuff that men do. Like, let's go to the bar and watch a
like I said, the only thing I could think of to try to throw it some bail. Yeah, only thing I could think of to throw it some bail, even though I thought it was stupid, is maybe he's assuming you go out, you automatically buying girls drinks and you just spending money on women.
No, that's what he was doing.
You're the simp if you're buying drinks from random women.
Literally, nobody does that. I've never seen that.
That's what he was doing, though. And he realized, like, damn, I'm losing. I'm not getting no girls home. I'm spending all this money at the bar. Yeah, that's what he was doing.
Worst case scenario, niggas is getting a bottle on the table, and then females is coming to them maybe, but that by no means is simping buying a bunch of drinks. So anyway, it was a conversation I saw. I thought it was pretty stupid. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't on an island with that one when I saw it. So moving off the social media dialect, I wanted to touch on the money part of the podcast and something that I saw recently. So a streamer recently said that it's more socially draining than any normal 9-to-5 job being a streamer. A political streamer, Hassan Bey, said that Twitch streaming for 9 hours a day sucks the soul out of him and it's soul crushing. And he said it makes him unable to socialize after, unlike a real job. Basically saying that doing content for 9 hours a day is more, like I said, social. Not saying just your regular bag, but saying wanting to deal with people, that's more draining than having an actual job. Most people say he was out of touch, but I want to know if either of you agree with what he had to say. We do this. We don't do it for 9 hours a day, but we do stream to people. Do you think streaming is worse than 9-to-5?
He chooses to do it 9 hours a day, so that's his argument. But there's people who enjoy the benefits or reap the benefits of streaming and doing stuff online. So I feel like he's being ungrateful. He needs to just stop complaining.
I agree. I honestly have two perspectives about it, right?
Go ahead.
My first one is you streaming and doing all that. You're doing it on your own time. You're your own boss, right? You reap the benefits of that. You don't have to break bread with nobody. You do what you want to do. My second thing is I always feel like it takes a lot of energy and time to do it. And I say that only because this, right? When I'm on social media and I see the girls who do OnlyFans, it's similar to what we're talking about, but it's not. But
expert in that.
I don't. OnlyFans is not my thing.
Glad to have our residential researcher back.
I watch it, not watch it.
At 12, 15.
Yeah, it was 12, 15. Exactly. If I'm not mistaken, it was 12.
Now you see something. Now you see now. You done fucked up. You know that, don't you?
I see what I'm saying. I thought.
No, so, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now.
I see like on social media. Right?
I scroll.
Oh, yeah, I scroll. Thank you. I stroll, right? And I say to myself, like, God damn, do you really want to do a video every 2 hours of the day, or you're doing a video? But again, like I said, it's you being your own boss, I guess.
Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, FDA approved for over 20 years. So, talk to your specialist to see if Botox Cosmetic is right for you.
For full prescribing information, including boxed warning, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
Remember to ask for Botox Cosmetic by name. To see for yourself and learn more, visit BotoxCosmetic.com. That's BotoxCosmetic.com.
This episode is brought to you by Etsy.
Oh.
Hear that?
Okay. Thank you.
Etsy knows these aren't the sounds of holiday gifting. Well, not the ones you're hoping for. You want squeals of delight. Happy tears.
How did you?
And spontaneously written songs of joy.
I am so happy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, the song needs a bit of work, but anyway, to get those reactions, make sure everyone on your list feels heard with handmade, handpicked, and designed gifts from small shops on Etsy. Gifts like personalized jewelry, custom artwork, cozy style items, vintage pieces, and home decor to celebrate all of your favorite people and their specific kind of special. For original gifts that say, I get you, Etsy has it.
Yeah, and that's my whole thing. It's like, because I see the point that it could be socially draining because you're entertaining the audience. Just like we doing this show. Yeah. We doing stuff. Sometimes I do things that if I'm having a normal conversation, I'm not going to say this, but we being entertaining. So I might say something. So I get it. But at the end of the day, just like Red said, you don't have to stream for 9 hours.
You don't.
So this particular streamer, Hassan Ebi, he's rich, okay? Whatever, yeah. He got money. His uncle has a YouTube channel, TYT, like, they're big. So it's easy for you to say, you don't have to work 9 hours. Our jobs, we've all had regular jobs. You can't just decide that today I think I'm just going to do 2 hours. And tomorrow I'm only going to do 3 hours. You don't have to stream for 9 hours. You get in 6 figures. You could cut the camera off after 3 hours if that's what you choose. Second of all, your social battery may be expended, but you're talking to people through a screen that at the end of the day, you could always just tell them, fuck off. He was talking from specifically customer service, but it's not just customer service. Damn near, I would say probably 98% of jobs, you got to answer to somebody. Yeah. You got to deal with somebody. So that's expending social capital. If people didn't expand their energy being at work all day, you don't think people would go out after work? Why you don't think people don't go out? Happy hour is something that you might do once in a while as like a celebration. People don't do happy hour every day because you're exhausted after traveling to work, working, whatever you do. The last thing you're thinking about is hanging out.
Yeah.
He's complaining about working 9 hours. What about the people who work 16 hours?
Like me.
Or be locked in for 24 hours? Or when there's a state of an emergency, they're locked in told they don't even know how long and they got to be at work. And that's socially draining.
He probably never had a job.
He said he had a customer service job, whatever that means. We don't know where, what, for how long. One job, that we know of. You're right, though, G's. He might be just, and a lot of the comments he was getting was that he's out of touch because his family got bread.
What the part that he's missing is this. It's not socially draining because the people who listen to you is the people going to listen to you. The people who comment on your page, it still give you some kind of revenue because they watching your videos.
So I'm going to say this, G's. So he live streamed, and one of the things he said is, well, not him. Let me say, someone who was defending him, Osman Gold, another streamer, said that when you streaming, you're dealing with people who are on there just to argue with every point you say, disagree with everything you say, and I guess it's a constant back and forth. It's like Red said, one, they're trolls, and two, you don't have to deal with them. When you at your work, you don't have that option of saying, I'm just not going to deal with this person. Because sometimes that might not be an option.
Well, check this out. How about this one? The people who want to argue with you is still putting money in your pocket.
That's a fact.
It is
still
what it
on
is.
Your line, they still on your stream, and they still arguing.
And I was going to say it might be the same thing at a job, but that's a lie because that's money going in the company pocket. Yeah. The whatever corporation pocket. You ain't seeing that. Yeah.
It is what it is.
And so I was saying, even I have to disagree with people like Osman Gold because sometimes, usually in the circumstances, you usually have moderators to moderate these chats. So you don't even have to deal with them. They'll ban them or time them out for the session.
Because when you get to that number, that big of a streamer, you have that many people, it's not just going crazy. Yeah. And again, How many times we watching stuff online where it's online and you see a bunch of BS in the chat? They don't even acknowledge them. Yeah, it be moving so fast.
Some of them,
we be watching it laughing, but the people who's actually streaming don't see that.
If you stream it and you have 1,000 people watching, them comments is going like this.
Jeez, even 1,000, 100, 50 is probably like enough. If you talk like, come on, we doing this podcast, we doing an hour podcast, and it's 3 of us. But even with 3 of us, imagine if we had a chat just going right now. How are we gonna respond? Why are we paying attention to each other? Why are we doing the top? You can't.
Yeah,
you're gonna do what you're doing, and you're gonna exactly like G said, catch what you want to catch. So I don't know where he's coming from. Like I said, it's demanding to him because that's the only thing he's done. But ask anybody who what's worse than having to drain your social battery more than streaming for 9 hours, working for 16 and coming home and not having no money to do nothing socially.
Absolutely.
Not having money to go get drinks.
And not knowing that tomorrow I can get fired because I said something to somebody else. Get out of here. Listen, some people take things for granted and they don't realize how good they have it. But like you said, he come from a different.
He come from money.
Yeah,
rich tears.
You don't get it.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Come on,
man. I have to disagree with you guys when it comes to streaming, but I only agree with you guys because he comes from a rich background. He doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to stream. He could do anything else he wants in the world, But
to me, even if you came from a poor background, again, if you streaming 9 hours a day, that's your career. Because if you have a job, you don't have 9 hours to stream. Yeah. So once it becomes a career, you don't have to stream for 9 hours. That's bullshit. Like him, if you're doing 9 hours a day, I seen the graph. Your ad revenue, you probably pulling close to $1 million a month. Fam, do you have to do 9 hours? You could cut that in half. Why don't you do 3 hours and make $200K if it's that draining to you?
Dollars.
Because it's not. Motherfuckers is greedy. Yeah,
so
greedy. Yeah, it's fucking greed. That's what it is.
You know why?
It's pure greed.
Because deep down inside, that's his life. He likes going back.
And
but he tried to make it
he didn't say streaming was bad again. He was just, I guess, making the point that your tolerance of dealing with other people and going to social events, because he was saying that he got invited to go do something afterwards, and he went and he had like one drink and he was grumpy and didn't really want to be there.
Yeah, because nobody didn't know who he was.
Even if they did, guess what, buddy? After work, I'm not even going to no party because I'm too tired. So even going and having a drink and being grumpy, I'm never going to even have the energy to go to do any of that shit. I'm going to have to sit all that out. And all my other friends who are working, they ain't throwing no midweek party anyway because niggas is working.
Unless we really want to. And like we all agreed, like, yo, let's do this. Come on, he's a clown.
Yeah.
The party going to be at work.
Yeah, word. If anything, the party, like Red said, is at work. That's where the parties be at. In the break room, at work. Co-workers sending Thanksgiving, New Year's, birthdays at the job.
I hate. Not that I hate, but I dislike people.
There you go. Dislike. I'm with you.
Complain.
No, Jesus was saying he disliked.
When they complain about certain things, like, yo, it's a blessing that you even have that many people
just being out of touch, right?
Yeah,
because you know how many people wish. Yeah, like they could be earning that.
First world struggles.
Yeah, right. That's for real. First world problem for real. Like Red said, I'm sure he'll wipe them with some $100 bills or something like that.
A silk handkerchief, right?
Yeah, right. Unbelievable.
Gucci.
He gonna cry in that Ferrari.
Yeah, right? Or a Maybach, like Benny said.
I fuck with them hoes, I know she hated that. You gon' cry in that Toyota or this Maybach.
So moving off one out-of-touch millionaire to an out-of-touch probably billionaire. So for those who don't know, the Kellogg CEO said people should eat cereal for dinner to save money. He suggested that families who are struggling with high food prices should eat cereal for dinner as it's a more affordable option. He said the cereal category is quite affordable and that a bowl of cereal with milk and fruit costs less than $1. He also said that the company was trying to help with inflation. Oh, yeah.
Man, let me tell you something about that.
So basically, that's a good option for the poor.
Let me tell you something about that. Tell our white men to shut the hell up, man. Black families been eating cereal for dinners for long.
His name is Gary Pilnick, by the way.
Tell Gary to shut the hell up.
You don't agree with Gary? Jeez, you look personally upset. Did you have a lot of Kellogg's for dinner?
It don't make any sense,
seemed
man.
like that hit a touch of nerve.
Some of us was eating cereal for dinner way before he even said that, man. Like, it's not being a poor. Some of us like cereal.
I had a bowl of cinnamon toast crunch last night.
Yeah, like you just like it. What the fuck
I know.
Are you talking
I ain't gonna
about?
front. Video dude said he had cereal the other night. I thought that was poor people shit. I mean, put it like this. I ain't never had cereal for dinner because I wanted to.
Not dinner, bro.
It was out of pure convenience.
I've had cereal for breakfast. He's saying, like, all right, so there's been nights where I ain't have dinner or cook food, so I might have to order out or something. He's saying if you ain't got that order out money, have a bowl of Fruit Loops. Like, nah, my nigga, that's poor people shit. Like, that's for the poor.
But I'm gonna tell you, at night I might have a taste. After, like when I smoke weed back then, I might have a taste for some Cinnamon Toast Crunches and Fruit Loops.
But it's
it
different
might be for dinner.
It's different having it as a choice and saying to feed your family. Like, yeah, gee, as a youngster, you might get high and want to have some Fruit Loops when you're done. But are you coming home from your 9 to 5 and serving you and your boys a bowl of Fruit Loops with some strawberries?
Man, ain't nobody working 9 to 5 and not being able to feed them kids,
but
man.
That's the reality for a lot of people, bro. I don't know if you realize that, but there's a lot of people that's their reality.
Fruit Loops, Kellogg's?
I'm not even sure. I just threw out a random cereal.
I have. So this is my rebuttal, right, to that, right?
And actually, Cinnamon Toast Crunches, General Mills.
Oh, I didn't. That's why I didn't say them. I was gonna say corn.
Same thing though.
Yeah, she right on that.
It's still not healthy either way.
Can I? My thing is this: there's people who eat breakfast for dinner. Is it the same? Like eggs? I mean, listen. Eggs is cheaper than going to McDonald's.
I'll say this, G's. Yeah, it is. There's a difference between eating what you want and eating what you have to. So if you decide you want to have eggs and bacon for dinner, cool. I ain't knocking you. But when people are struggling so bad that's their only option, if you want to have cereal but you have real food and you choose that, that's cool. That's different from saying, I get it, you broke. I get it, you struggling and you can't afford nothing else. So just eat some cereal because this is a viable solution to your problems. That's where the issue is, because that's not a viable solution to the problem.
That's a rich man talking about.
Exactly. First of all, he's not. So that's the first problem that I have with it. But the second, again, that's a shit ass solution. The solution isn't to eat cereal. The problem is why people have to have that option in the first place. That shouldn't even be an option.
Can I tell you why? I think over the years, people eating cereal, it slowed down.
Go ahead, Red. I'm going to tell you what the reason is in a second.
It's funny he says that because even with like programs like WIC, which is for low income families and stuff, and women that's pregnant and women with young children, that is something that they give is cereal. But I had some information here that I wanted to read that they said Kellogg's undefined cereal, Special K, Frosted Mini Wheats, and Raisin Bran are included in the list by the FDA as no longer being considered a healthy choice for breakfast. These cereals have added sugars and more sodium than the new FDA proposed health standard. Raisin Bran has 9 grams of added sugar and Frosted Mini Wheats has 12 grams of added sugar, while Special K only has 4 grams of added sugar, but also has 270 milligrams of sodium. You want to tell people to eat cereal for dinner, but it has no real nutritional value.
Facts.
I mean, we could be honest. None of us are stupid. It's a CEO trying to raise his company stock price by telling people they should eat cereal for dinner.
And the funny thing is,
that's what it really is.
It's a tacky and tasteless way of him trying to promote people to buy more Kellogg products.
So we know that part. It's absurd. But it's just like, to even suggest it, like to think like that's the solution, because the problem is that people, that's an option for people. Like that you so fucked up that you got to resort to eating cereal for dinner. That's what they should be talking about, not why it's good to eat Kellogg's for fucking dinner. Like,
or
nigga, what?
Or it's so fucked up that you need to tell people that you need to eat people for dinner.
You ain't had a struggle day in your life.
Right, for real. Gary Pilnick never had a honey bun for dinner.
Everybody boo this man.
He don't he stopped eating cereal before he even made it.
You ain't had to struggle. You ain't had to struggle all your life. You ain't have to fight. So
because cereal been out of them cereals right there is famous.
Whatever cereal
he been out of the game for a long time.
Gold Flakes.
Yeah, right. He ain't Gold. That's a fact.
Just to let you know, I only ate it last night as a snack when we were playing, bro.
Yeah, probably because you're busy. Like I said, if you eat cereal for dinner, it's either because you're too lazy to make food, or you don't have the money to do it, or you just want a snack.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I ate cereal last night because out of convenience, it was late. I was tired and I was high.
Oh man,
what?
I'm so high right now. I have no idea what's going on.
So I was, if I had my choice, I would have ate a regular meal, but instead I ate cereal.
And you know what's the difference between, if you pay attention to everybody's story they just told, everybody's story is what they individually ate. But nobody mentioned the family. This nigga's talking about feed your kids and your family. This, like, Red, a woman, you come home, your man come home, him and your kids eating cereal.
Here, babe,
you come home to a plate of cold cereal with strawberry. You gonna be happy?
Guess what?
Bitch, this cereal is cold.
Bitch, this shit cold.
Bitch, this chicken is cold.
I'm right down the block to the other girl who make dinner. Like, hey,
right to the chicken spot.
Imagine you
with the hot
bullshit.
Imagine you homeless. Imagine you homeless and you go to the pantry and it's dead of winter and they give you a cold ass bowl of cereal.
Yeah, nah, that's an actual insult. CEO guy.
For real.
That's the actual.
You better
insult.
give me hot cereal. What they call that, oatmeal?
You and Diggum Smacks. You and Diggum Smacks could go fuck yourselves.
Cream of wheat.
Is Diggum Smacks? Is Smacks a Kellogg cereal brand?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah. I said him and Diggum could go fuck themselves. So I was right. I was right. I just threw that off the cup. I'm the man for that one. All right, like Red said, everybody boo this man. Absolutely. That's not an option. What we need to do is figure out how we could get people better options for something to eat. And just a quick note that I wanted to add, because I didn't get to say it when G said like why people are eating that. I wanted to tell you, I saw when we was doing the topic, looking up that right now, Americans, our credit card debt is at $1.13 trillion. And they said as of right now, 30 to 39-year-old borrowers are missing payments right now at an extremely high rate. All right? So that means they're missing payments on credit cards, card payments, school, everything. Mind you, your 30s is the years where you're supposed to be building towards getting that house, building what you know, even if you want to F around in your 20s, the 30s is your years where you're supposed to be building, and people can't even do that. Right, and we got people telling us eat cereal.
Plus the congestion pricing.
Yeah.
Most important meal of the day.
So one more out of touch rich person to one more out of touch. I think he got money, but I'm not even sure no more with Trump. So for those who don't see, Trump released a new pair of sneakers, y'all, for $400. He released some all gold sneakers. Yeah, I was calling them the Insurrection Sixes, the Felony Fives.
Let me tell you what Trump needed to do.
Go ahead.
Because he started making sneakers. You just need to collab with Jordan, and everybody will buy them shit. Just collab with Jordan like everybody else do, and charge $400. Watch, niggas will be walking around with the Trumps.
You think he tough because he got a mugshot picture? Man,
the fake news nines.
That's what you gotta do.
The fake news nines.
Collab
Insurrection 8s.
Fake news nines.
Because the guy that do Off-Whites has passed away, right?
Yes.
Can't collab with him really. Collab with Jordan or Louis Vuitton, Trump, you'll be right back in the game.
So for those who don't know, they retailing for $400. They look like gold pieces of shit with an American flag on it. First of all, I hate America. That's one reason why I wouldn't wear them. Second of all, they associated with Trump. Jeez likes Trump. He might vote for him. When we do our political episode, we're gonna get to that.
With dollars. let's keep it a buck. Like, you might not buy him, but if they put a Jordan sign on them fucking Trumps, imagine how many people will buy them shit.
Well, people bought them. They're sold out, and they were actually going for $14K on eBay. They sold out almost immediately. So people bought them. Yeah.
They're ugly, though.
They're hideous. Now, what I would say is I don't know whether people bought them because they want to wear them or people bought them to resell them, because obviously stock is limited. And nowadays, you don't know what people actually want and what motherfuckers is just trying to flip.
So down bad.
Yeah, I think people are trying to flip these.
Listen, like I said, put a Jordan sign on them. Watch. We know that, though. Hold on. You can shake your head no.
I'm not trying
put
to
a Jordan sign on them Trump sneakers. Watch how many black people buy them.
Migos is dumb. I wish I could give you guys a live breakdown of what they look like, but picture Rocky shoes in gold with an American flag on the back of it. They're terrible, okay? They're ugly, and they're $400. So for me, it's a no G's. I guess with the Jordan, even with the Jordan sign, for $400, I don't think that many people is gonna be jacking. You'll be surprised. I sell sneakers. You'll be perfect example.
Wait,
the Breadford Reimagines just came out.
Time out. They got high
They not be selling like you think they would, and those only went for $200. People are not. They sold out. Yeah, they sold out, but they retailed for $200. Okay, and not that many people are buying them, and those are Jordans. I think those will sell more than the January 6s.
You said they sold out.
Yes.
All right. So what I'm saying is put a Jordan sign.
And they released 500,000 pairs, which is more than they did a Trump shoes.
Yeah. Put a Jordan sign on them Trump sneakers, and I guarantee you. But you said they already sold out.
Yes, I think he need to get in touch with Kanye, bro.
So
his boy Kanye.
Jordan on them, bro.
These sneakers are so fugly.
So many people are buying them. They already sold out. So imagine if they had a Jordan sign on, bro. Come on, man. First of all,
he also said that black people love him because he's been arrested. I just wanted to throw that in for some context.
Nah. I
think the sneakers with it's a ploy. When G said throw Jordan symbol on and buy it, he ain't got a Jordan deal. Yeah. I think this is a nasty, deeper link for him to get black votes, figuring between sneakers and arrests, niggas like that.
I was just about to say
it's nasty, but that's probably what it is.
Next, he gonna come out with his own liquor.
Nah, don't be surprised.
I was
just about to say,
niggas love cognac.
I was just about to say, don't put a Jordan logo. They're gonna put a Warden logo on it.
Oh yeah, for the prison system. He already got his American flag. So again, are any of you guys interested in the felony 5s?
Nah.
No for you, G's? Red?
How about the fake
You
news
talking about
nines?
racist sixes?
Yeah.
The
Fake news
racist
nines.
sixes? Nah, I'm good on that.
January 6th, you wear some old gold,
Nah, I can't
like
get
Trinidad James.
Ain't that the date that
All
they
gold.
stormed into the
The Capitol. Yeah, that's why I call it that. I'm here all night, y'all.
Nah, he
I had
got
3
it.
names. I
He
said the
got it.
January 6th,
He got
the
it.
insurrection 8s, and the
Yeah.
felony 5s.
He got it. He got it. Nah. Trump got it. He got it.
He got it. So that's a no for you, Red. No for you,
No
G's.
for me, bro.
No, for me, dog.
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
Yeah, that's a no for everybody. I just wanted to talk about it real quick because you can't even touch on sneakers. I guess that's a pause too, because I don't think nobody's buying these. $400. They're ugly to me personally,
And they sold out. So
Yeah,
all
and whoever's
gold,
selling
though.
it, that's a good question. I don't even know what he was thinking about. Probably what he likes. Maybe he decided he didn't want to just make it a dollar bill or a money sign or something like that.
Then he got the big ugly ass T on the side.
As a
Tesla, that's not for Trump.
all
That's
of
for
us being
Tesla.
delegates of the black community, what's more insulting to you?
There you go. Twitter. That's a Twitter.
You think
Like,
it's more insulting he thinks we'll vote for him for sneakers, or more insulting that we'll vote for him because he's been arrested?
Oh.
Both?
Both.
I think I find the arrest more offensive. Because sneakers it's just
it's
look
not a
at
black-
stupid
it's not even
shit.
a culture.
Sneakers is just look at as
Yeah.
nigga shit. Like, oh, you get money, you buy sneakers. That's just look at stupidity.
That is
But
insulting, though.
arrest seems like to me like specifically negative. Like
trying to
you
fit
just
in
saying
with the
like
community.
a criminal. Like we like
Love
criminals.
getting arrested,
So
Jill.
for me, it hits a little different.
Yeah, because the sneaker culture is everything. When you go to these
Exactly.
fucking-
There's plenty of
there's
people. That's
white,
not a black thing.
Puerto-
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody sells sneakers.
A big TikTok I seen on YouTube is some old as hell white guy showing off his sneaker collection. I was like, damn, if he's a sneaker TikTok, I need to put my collection on there. So that's
like
universal.
Like you said, I bet his ass ain't never been to jail.
But yeah, when most people think of arrest, and not even just black, they think of minorities.
He didn't even go to jail. He went there,
He got a mugshot.
processed,
No.
and then he was out in 30 minutes.
Motherfucker went to bookings. That don't even count, bro.
He didn't even go to real
He was on
jail.
Queens Boulevard.
They was sweating him.
He was in Kew
They was
Gardens.
sweating him in interrogation.
He was at the desk like, you
Went
guys want me
there,
to order you
did the
lunch?
fingerprint.
For
and
those who
about
know,
30
who know,
minutes, and
if
then
you
they
know,
sent
you
him
know.
home.
If you had
For real.
the injustice of having to be on Kew Gardens, you know what it is. That's a no for all of us. Yeah, that's a no for all of us. That was the last topic we had on the docket for you guys today for episode 43. This was the 43rd time we've been here. We approaching the 50th episode. We gonna be there soon. So hopefully I'll have something special planned, but I probably won't. I say shit and don't do it. But we will have music back next week. That was a hit with you
Send
guys.
it.
Yeah, send it in. Somebody sent me a track, but they sent it wrong. They sent all the information, but
Send
no
it
link
in,
to the
send
track.
it in.
And we got another track from BCH. So we have like a couple. It's in the backlog. So that's going to be a segment. So I'm going to make sure I line it up for us to do it every 2 weeks. And before I end it real quick, geez, did you hear the track that was submitted? Probably not.
Absolutely.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
What did you
did
think
it?
of it?
It
Did you
wasn't
like
bad.
it? You liked it?
It wasn't bad.
Okay.
It wasn't. It was far from terrible.
Okay.
So I'm not going.
And for
try to,
those who
like,
don't know,
yeah.
Jeez is kind of a
Like-
resident
like
of
he
here.
ain't
So
Black
him saying
City
it's not
Hustler?
terrible.
It wasn't
yeah.
bad. It wasn't bad. Like I said, okay, all right.
Okay, and just to say, I should have announced it in the beginning, but it's the end. Our audience actually voted the track hot. It was hot. So salute you guys. I meant to tell you that. I meant to say it in the
That
front
song
end.
was.
Yo, you know what'd be
But
dope
that
though?
was good.
Can I say something?
I liked it, but I thought the audience would.
Can I say something?
People could be.
You know what'd
difficult.
be dope? Like for some of the listeners who like want to sing your music and give us a theme song. Like make something with making a hit.
That's
make
next
it make
step.
sense with with me, Red, got Dollar's name,
That's
and
the
that'd be
story
dope.
I gotta
and we
tell
can
you.
play it every time. Like you could be our theme song.
That's the story I got to
That'd be
tell you
dope.
off mic about Tuso being drunk and trying to submit a song.
All right,
That
we're
shit
not
was a
doing that.
hot
Don't do
mess.
that.
Yes, Celine, I don't care what they say. Suckers really champagne, hit him with the Hennessy.
It was a hot
We're
mess.
not doing that. It's a mess.
Yeah,
That's scrambled eggs, bro.
yeah. That's why I'm gonna tell you off mic. It was horrible.
Scrambled eggs with no cheese and a lot of ketchup.
Don't let your friends drink and try to send you messages.
Yeah,
But
please
anyway.
Don't drink and text.
Yeah, don't drink and text. But yeah, so make sure you guys get those in and we're going to review them. We're going to definitely have a track next episode and we appreciate it. And the evolution from the tracks will be to actually have the people call in whose tracks got voted hot. Maybe even the ones who got voted not and see if they call in angry to hear their take on the people's opinion and ours because we had our own takes and then the people had their takes. So we'll work on that.
And we like bars.
Or just good music.
No,
Listen.
we not microwave rappers. Listen, you gotta put some bars in it though. Like you can rap, just put a little bit of bars in it. You're right, Dollar. It's good music because I listen Good music.
Good music.
I'm gonna take that
That's
back.
what I'm asking. So once again, it's your boy
Don't
Cash.
sweat my dad.
Here with Red.
Follow me. Don't follow me.
It's your boy Ronnie G's. Boom, 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 boom.
Thank you guys joining us for episode 43. Make it make sense, y'all.
La música de Harry Fraud.
Live from the Roxy, we got pink teens and Oxy. Thorazine and morphine. Blue jeans, no Versace. Brick a field down the hill, no Johnny and Chachi. Cook it up right in front of you. Something like hibachi. Street light, pocket full of bands, mariachi. 3 dice in my hand, look like I'm playing Yahtzee. Playing Jan Yachty, pushing foreign like I'm Favi. Walking out of Neiman's like I inked the deal with Ghazi. Don't let no thotties selling birds, catching bodies. Only sport I ever played, only game, only hobby. Hope all is well on that road, it get kinda rocky. We call it hell cause my block hotter than wasabi. White heart is stucco, shit look like epoxy. I know these niggas wanna rob me while I got my Glocky. But now we Somerset tripping, catching bricks from Poppy. Money over my ex-bitch, I put that shit on Mox.
Yeah. I don't know what you all want from me. Stay to myself, cause misery loves company. I know I turn my back on some people who try to front on me. I know. Yeah. Cause misery loves company. Scarred by a little nigga, I treat it just like a son of me. Damn. Can't repeat what that nigga done to me. Nah. But I'm living my life comfortably. No one can see, cause I know misery loves company. Just play my shit to start each morning. Yes. Here go a brief warning. Why don't you turn your back when the streets calling? Damn. The fiends moving like they sleepwalking. I don't sleep often. Nah. The cousin of death is resting a cheap coffin. Heard through the wire that we keep warring. Yeah. But the words of Christopher Wallace in our heads are saying keep scoring. Yes. Playing Chris and Snoop in a hoopty while police swarming. We wanna be more, so we look for Wallace to be Jordan. Now we pile up in sweet foreigns, stoic killers that sign peace offerings. Divide each portion, savage, pouring wine out of chic porcelain. Stay out my lane with that weak offense. Stay back. A lion never slipped in a jungle. Never. Used to be fair till I read the definition of humble. Now I'm the greatest, I say it, never whisper or mumble. I stayed on the block when the stomach of my sister would rumble. Through constant repetition and struggle. Yeah. Survived the game without a coach, exhibition, or huddle. My mission is subtle, I motivate. You ain't supposed to wait. You rather live in shit than have us witness you gripping the shovel. That's real. I'm like Van Gogh when his hands flow. But in a bando, I'm like Rambo when he land blows. Y'all niggas Sambos. I'm a godfather like Brando. Yeah. Out in Sandro with a tanned hoe in a Lambo. I think she Anglo, so I told her ass that she can't go. She on the gram instead of watching a little man grow. Cut from a different cloth. You can only reap what your hands sow. That's it. What's God given is Rand's flow.